Here's yet another video on how to change the coolant on a Buick LeSabre. This is an 02. I just got done doing it right down bleeding the system. First thing you're going to do is get underneath the car to remove that pan. On my 02, it was held on by these rivets. Very easy to take off. Grab a pair of channel locks or a pair of pliers. Grab the head of the rivet. Just that. Pull it out with a pair of pliers. The rest of it will then come out. Don't get underneath the flange with a screwdriver or a pair of pliers and just start yanking and pulling. You'll ruin the rivet. Just pull that pin out. If it comes all the way out, not a big deal. It just goes right back in there. Don't freak out about it. There were 18 rivets holding my pan on the 02. I had an 01 Buick. They were held on by 10mm bolts, so yours might be a little bit different. The drain plug is right underneath here. See if I can get a nice shot of it. I'm pointing right to it. Obviously we're not going to get a good shot, and I'm too lazy to go get a light. But you take your pan off, put a 6-point 3/4-inch socket on that drain plug, and it'll come right out. Don't use a 12-point socket in case it's stuck or corroded in there or whatever. You're just going to strip it out and you're going to have to buy a new plug. So use a 6-point 3/4-inch socket. It'll come right out. I filled it up with tap water and Prestone flush cleaner. I ran mine for about 30 minutes with the defroster on. When I came back, I pulled the drain plug, let the tap water run out. There's a bolt here. My finger is on the other bolt, in case you can't see it. These are your heater core lines. Put a 10mm wrench or socket on there if you can get on it with a socket. Pull those bolts out, and then you can pull the lines. Put a hose on either of these hoses, flush it back and forth, and that will flush out your heater core. I also disconnected the overflow line going into the radiator and washed that out the best that I could. When you refill it, you want Dexcool 50/50, pre-diluted, ready to go. I know I said I put tap water in this. I just do that to flush it. Before I filled it back up, I put compressed air in there, and even though my compressor runs 150 psi, there's no way 150 psi is getting filled up in there, and I blew as much water out of the system as I could, including the engine block. You're not going to get it all out, but it's not a perfect world. When you're done, this is your bleeder. I started out on mine, this is a 10mm, this is a 7. I don't know if you can hear it. This bleeds the air out of your system. I'll tighten that back up. This is brass, so don't go nuts on it. You're going to strip it out, have to go buy a new one. That's all there is to it. Your 3/4-inch drain plug, your pan with the rivets so you can catch your coolant. Use Dexcool 350. They only had 1 gallon of it, so I bought the concentrate. If you use concentrate, spend an extra $1 and put distilled water in it. If you use tap water, I'm on a well. Even if you live in the city, you're going to have iron and other things in your water that you don't want in your engine because it's aluminum, and you're going to have problems down the road, and you're asking to replace your heater core, possibly your radiator. Pull the pan, pull the 18 rivets on my car, flush it. There's nothing to it. Super easy to do. Back flush your heater core back and forth. piece of cake. I think I was in and out of here. It took me longer to let the coolant flush in the system than it did to do everything else. It's pretty easy to do. Hope this helps. Have a good day.